Let's do the clapping.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Great.
Hey, this is Regular Girls.
Yeah, I was going to say, now it feels like normal opposed to like when we were together and we were like, we don't have to clap.
Yeah, you know what? It's weird, like, even getting set up to do this today. I'm like, what? This is the podcast. How do we do this again? Like, I feel like it's been so long since you and I have just done a regular podcast together.
I know. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to change my earphones because I just don't know what's picking up whatever, and I'm nervous about the audio. There we go.
Yeah, fair enough. Listen, we've had some glitches in our past, you and I.
Oh, my God. Beyond.
It happens, and I'm not technologically savvy, generally speaking. Sometimes I can really get some shit done, and other times, like, especially when it comes to like audio, and like it is a finicky thing, and it's all just a bunch of lines to me. So I'm trying. I don't know. What am I, the poltergeist? I don't know how this shit works. Carol Ann, do not blast out your microphone.
Honestly, like, I don't know what happened because, like, as I was getting into my later 20s and I just started getting into, like, tech shit. And let me tell you, it's just every day me in my office just yelling, like, Mother of God, holy shit, screw my life, this sucks. Like, Brendan's just like, what's going on in there? And I'm like, I'm just trying to live.
Listen, here's what I'll say. There's no text message that I fear more than a text from Stacey that the audio is messed up. I fear it. I'm always like, I start sweating even thinking about it. I'm like, I think it's okay. I feel like everything we're doing right now is fine. I don't know. It freaks me out. I can't handle it.
I mean, when we were first starting, like, we were getting comments like, get your shit together. This sucks.
Listen, we're just two regular girls, not a bunch of IT tech geeks. If we could like geek squad over here to have some nerds sit here with us while we do our podcast, that would be great. And we're not afforded that luxury.
I have started following podcast producers on Instagram. Like, that's where it's gone. Oh my gosh. They give tips and stuff, but how lame is that Instagram feed?
That's very lame. It's so lame. I've started following a lot more food Instagrams.
Ooh, really?
Oh,
like
man.
Just of food or people who cook food?
Oh no, it's not the people that cook the food. It's the final outcome of the food. So when we did like our Instagram follow podcast, and I was talking about Taste Made and Taste Made Japan, those are great. But then I've kind of moved on. There's just like Tasty Japan. The Japanese ones for some reason are always the best. I love the Japanese cooking. It's not always even Japanese food, but their Instagram accounts rule.
Really? Oh, I got to get into that.
Yeah, you definitely should. But not at 7 in the morning because it makes you starving.
Well, that's the thing. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I've started leaning into like the older housewives and them like getting haircuts, and the hairdresser, you just can tell they're like, can you just go? And they're like, look what Mario did.
Just get on with it.
Yeah,
it's too much.
It's too much, but I gotta like up my. I started following more people from CNN. So to feel a little smarter. Yeah. Jim Acosta is now my jam. He's the main White House correspondent guy. So I'm trying to like level it out.
I started watching House of Cards. Does that level anything out?
Yeah, man. That first season's so good. Not that it got bad, but that's where I stopped, and it's very good.
Oh, you only went one season?
Well, I just dropped it, and then I just never picked it up, but I'm going to go back.
It's a fast-paced world of watching anything. There's too much to watch.
I just watched that Dr. Dre, Jimmy Iovine or whatever doc on HBO. It's about like him, Dr. Dre, and the guy Jimmy Iovine. I think that's what his name is.
Jimmy Iovine. Yeah.
They together, like, it's a doc about how they got together and like sold Dr. Dre beats for $3 billion, and it just shows how they both came together. Let me tell you, watch the whole thing in a day. It was superb.
I used to work with his son, with Jimmy Iovine's son, Jamie. He used to work at WWE. Yeah, he's like a big WWE fan.
No way.
Yeah, he's a nice kid. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you.
He certainly bidn't have to work here. I mean, he's like a billionaire. I would have just sat on that fat Beats money.
Oh, my God. Well,
100%.
You got to watch the doc. It's crazy interesting. Like,
I'll definitely watch that.
But it also made me realize, like Dr. Dre, first of all, I feel like a loser just saying what his name is because I feel like
Dr. Dre.
You know Dr. Dre, you guys?
Just call him Dre. Just Dre it.
Dre. He works so much, and he's like cajillion billionaire. Like, they just see him like hanging out at his house drinking gin, and his mansion is stunning and beautiful, and he still works. He's still like creating stuff. We're all
that's
screwed.
the crazy part is like yeah, people get to like a certain level and they don't want to peter out and stop working. Everyone wants to keep doing things because they want to be in the top of their game. It's like, I think you and I were talking about it. I don't know if it was on the podcast or before we had started recording,
right?
But like Mark Wahlberg is in that new like the cable commercial. It's like everyone's still working, doing stuff because they're keeping that hustle happening.
Well, you have to. And also what's crazy is like, so Dre like basically ran Interscope, like not Bad Boy Record. That's
Diddy.
That's Diddy, you guys.
Diddy. Sean
Death Row. Yeah. And so he was like the main guy behind that, like making the money at Interscope. And then he has one bad album or two back to back, which happens. That's your life. Right. And they're like, get him out of here. It's like the years and years and years that he made you money and was popular. Two bad ones. They're like, no, we got to get him out of here.
You're out of here. Yeah, you're washed up now, bud. Get out of here.
And then Jimmy Saved was like, no. And he took all this like flack for keeping Dre. And then all of a sudden they do beats and they bring in Eminem. And then they're like, oh, all's forgiven. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, pretty convenient, right? You're like, oh, no, we're all fine. It's like, no, you kicked me out of here. And now I'm rolling in all that cash.
It made me so stressed out. I was like, even Dre has got to be good every time, or he's got to get out the game.
Yes, people get done dirty otherwise. It is a cruel, cruel world.
Isn't that nuts?
Yes, it is really crazy because you think like after you've like achieved a certain amount that you kind of just get like carte blanche. You're like, well, even if you don't like the shit I'm doing now, just go listen to my old stuff. I have a whole catalog of me being awesome. I can't be awesome forever. Get out of here.
We're not. Everything we do is not always going to be good. But the fact that like
I'm a testament to that.
Me too. I've been on YouTube a long time.
Couple doozies happen.
Oh yeah.
They can't all be hits. Sometimes you just need to chug a Fresca or La Croix. What was the song you did it to?
Oh yeah. I chugged a La Croix to Papa Roach. What was that song? Cut my life into pieces.
This is my last resort. Suffocation. No breathing.
You know, sometimes you chug a La Croix to Papa Roach and your management calls and says, we're done.
And you know what? You got done dirty. You've had so many hits, and you do one La Croix video, and they're out. It's like, that's a little rude. No faith. No faith in the system. No faith in the process.
No, done dirty on a drive home. Yeah. I love it. It's a great tale now. I can't wait till I'm like draped in chiffon and I tell that story with like a thin, long cigarette. It's going to be really thrilling.
I have told people that story because I want it to be almost my own story. I told like one person, I was like, yeah, my friend Stacey. Because I was like talking about how, I don't know if you even want us to talk about this at all, but how you were saying like when you're on Instagram and like whether you have to like be pretty to post like just pretty photos instead of like goofy, fun, real photos. And I'm like, no, to me that's better. Like that is so much better to me.
Although it is funny when sometimes we're like, thank God for Stacey, like keeping it real. And you'll know what I mean if you watch what she does. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. But
got you covered.
Oh yeah. It's too much. But yeah, sometimes I can just change your life and like Dre. But I felt really empowered after watching that. I was like, man, I just got to keep the hustle going.
Hustle and flow.
It cannot stop. And his wife,
who's his wife?
She's just, I don't quite know what she does, but like she like is no bullshit.
Good for her.
I know. I was so in.
Did you ever watch Empire?
I watched like the first like half of the first season.
No, I really liked Cookie. I wish I was like Cookie.
Oh, really?
She was great. Oh my God, she's fantastic. I love her.
Have you seen that video floating around of her like talking about I don't know what, maybe she was accepting an award or something, but she's like, excuse me, she's like, I had a baby when I was young, and everyone was like, you'll never graduate.
Is that for the Emmys,
like, maybe. And she was like, everyone told me I was too because I had a baby, I couldn't graduate college. Well, I graduated with my baby on my hip. People told me I was too old to go to Los Angeles, and now look at me now. And I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, I did see that speech, and it actually kind of fired me up. And to be honest, it hit home for me a little bit, because sometimes I feel like, I've talked before about how like I want to go back and like I want to do like more auditions and do some more acting stuff. And sometimes I'm like, am I like a far departure from that now? Is it too old to kind of go back to that? But then I'm like, Taraji P. Henson showed all these hoes what's up. Yeah. And that's it. I shouldn't say if she can do it, I can do it. That's not how that works, because she's immensely talented. I think it's really cool though. It's like, do whatever you want. If you feel like you want to do something, do it.
It's we give ourselves so many reasons to not do it, and like the hardest part about doing something is just starting it because it sucks. Work is hard.
Work is hard.
We got so inspiring right now.
Right? We went from like, anyways, Dre. Not that Dre's not inspiring. I mean, he did a lot of shit too. This week I was getting fired up about that because it's, you know, so here's a note is that we did a Reiki reading episode.
Hell yeah, we did.
Of Regular Girls. We did that, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Is that what that was?
Yes,
so we did
with
2
my
weeks
Reiki
ago.
girl.
We were going to do a video, with Sarah Shook, the Reiki girl.
Hello.
Anyways, we did the reading. It was great. It was fun, but we decided just to not release it. It wasn't.
No,
it just wasn't for you.
It wasn't for you. No, you know what it is? Here's the thing. We didn't think about it too smartly because my Reiki reading was super personal. It was super real. And I was like, you know, I probably wouldn't want that all out there. And yours was really just you having a private reading. And then we were like, yeah, just keep that to yourself. We don't have
Which was like cool. And like, not that I mind sharing that stuff, but anyways, we didn't end up doing it. But during the reading, there was a part when we were talking about like, you know, kind of doing things career-wise that you feel like doing or things that you want to do. And it's essentially the point that we came to was to just start doing it. Yes. You can come up with excuses to not do things. So the other day I went and bought a video camera.
What?
Yes, I went into Fry's. I bought a video camera. I bought a tripod. It's very exciting news.
What camera did you get? See, now I'm getting all weird techie girl on you again.
I got I think it's a Sony 5100.
Dude, that's a sick camera.
It's nice, right? So I had some girls here that I know and like other friends of mine that had mentioned that camera and said that it was really great just for like photos and stuff. And then I realized that I can still record on it. So I was like, perfect. I'm going to get that. And then I need to do some monologues and put them on camera. I'm really excited about it.
I'm so excited for you. That's great.
Here's a question though. Here's a question.
Yeah.
When you put a monologue on camera?
Sure.
What would you choose?
Okay, so one of my favorite monologues of all time when I was in theater school is like, I love Steve Martin so deeply. And he has some kind of obscure plays that are really cool for women. And and they're really powerful. Yeah, and it's like there's like a dramatic range in them. If you're listening to this, you're like, I'm not an actress. Just treat yourself and read his goddamn plays. I'll send you them.
No, that's really great. I would have never really thought of that because, like, honestly, I was like looking at it and I just went on like Why Sanity or whatever that has all these other monologues, which is fine. I pulled a few of them, but like honestly, they're all the exact same monologues from like 10 years ago that someone would have maybe done. So I was like, are people still doing these? Are there new ones? I'm not sure.
Like monologues? Yeah, I'm not quite. I mean, I haven't done them for a long time.
Me neither.
Theater school. I guess like just find either plays or movies or shows from people that you're like, oh, that's kind of my range, and then go for it.
Yeah, just go for it.
Do you know what I mean?
So I'm going to do that though, but it feels really nice to just like kind of just get up and do it. Just figure it out and make it happen because you can sit around and talk about it and make up all these grandiose plans. You just need to get your shit together and make it happen.
Hell yeah. And also, back to the Dre doc that relates to this is Jimmy, what's his name again? Iovine,
yeah.
He was talking about making decisions and he was like, oh, I was worried about what people will think. And then he's like, here's the thing. No one gives a shit. Like, no one's thinking about you. You think like, oh, I can't go do this thing because everyone's thinking about me.
Yeah.
No one's thinking about No one cares. No one cares.
No one cares.
No. So I'm glad that you're doing that because it is scary to put yourself out there. I'm doing this like new website and podcast like network with like different hosts and stuff.
Yeah. What's the deal with that? Give us a rundown.
Well, I'm doing this thing called Maybe I'll Stay Home. So essentially, maybe'llstayhome.com. And what it is kind of like what I would like to build is a platform for like live streams because live streams are becoming this new thing, which I love. Yeah. Because it's kind of like improv, like it's live, which I love. And you do live, like I love it. And so I'm trying to like up my game and do basically like live shows that are fully produced.
I think it's so. Wait, this won't. Is it just for yours? Is it gonna be a home for other people that come and stream on there as well?
Other people, I would encourage it because I like.
That's awesome.
Because I like to produce and do that kind of stuff. So I have podcasts throughout the week, like Brendan's doing one on Fridays, which is like the update of like the week, and then he'll talk about like nerd stuff. Like he's talking about the new Blade Runner or something this week.
Okay.
Which I was like, yeah, no, that was me trying to snore and then I coughed. But but like, yeah, so it's like, oh, I want to do this thing, but it's like my skill level, my taste level and my skill level are not matched.
Right,
do you know what I mean?
right.
So like, I just got to start, but I'm terrified to do it, and I feel like everyone's talking about me, but no one is.
No, because you know what, you should just, it's like, it's just getting up and doing it, and like, and that's what, I think everyone kind of feels like that, because essentially, no matter who we are, what we're doing, everyone's like a little selfish, and we all think that everyone's like, ooh, someone's thinking whatever about me. No one cares.
No one cares.
And if they do, they'll be like, oh, did you hear Stacey was doing this thing? Okay, great. Anyways, what do you want? What do you want to get, an appetizer? Like, people get over things so quickly.
Totally. And so I mean, like, I kind of want to do like a live kind of like the old Chelsea Handler format. I love watching bad TV. We always talk about it. So it's like being able to like build a little bit of a studio is the end goal, to have like a space to produce content. Yeah.
What a good idea. Had you been like kind of sitting on that idea for a little while?
Yes, for a really, really long time. And maybe like about a year. And then I chugged a La Croix. Papa Roach played. My management dropped me, and I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm just going to like do it, and it'll be kind of gnarly right now, but it'll get slick.
And you know what? Even like when you hit like roadblocks and stuff like that, like being dropped by your manager, like trying to like get your stuff together, it's like that stuff just happens, and it is like the nature of what we do. It's the nature of the business. And like I find like with myself, it's like when you hit like roadblocks, sometimes you're like, oh, what? Like it kind of like derails you for a second. Yeah. But it as much as like, I feel like when I first got into like doing stuff like this, everyone's like, ooh, it's really hard, and you have to handle rejection, and it's da 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 da. It's like, honestly, I didn't really go through too much of that when I started, but then when I have stuff now, I have these like certain hiccups or things I'm going through, I'm like, oh, this is what everyone's been talking about. But I'm glad that it's happening now, because I feel like I'm in such a better state to be able to handle it, where I'm like, okay, well, I have enough trust in who I am and what I'm doing that I can still go out and kick everyone's ass.
I mean, it's so true. I mean, if I was like 20, I always say like, because I remember you talking about being in LA at 19. I'm like, if I was in LA at 19, I would be an insane person. Like truly, like I wouldn't be able to like suss out who I am, like what I want, what I don't want, which I still am refining. But like, it's weird, like when you get into that mode now too, because like I feel like in like my 30s now, I'm like, okay, now what? And which everyone says, like, obviously you age and you figure out things and you develop new tastes and whatever, but like, it's kind of nice settling into that and being like, no, I don't want to do that. Yes, I want to do this. I'm gonna fight for this. This is a thing that I'm willing to like not fight for. It's like, it's nice being able to kind of figure that stuff out and navigate it better than when you're a kid, because like when I think of stuff that I did when I was like 20, that I was just like, okay, great, sure, like let's film something, or like let's tape something, and like I just kind of like agreed to a lot of things that nothing bad or weird or like disgusting, but I just mean like, I mean, let me just be
like
clear.
Casting couch did. I'm like, I just said yes. I don't know. I thought it was the thing to do.
Well, just to be clear, no one was thinking that, but there's certainly a huge hole that has just been dug, and
I felt like as I was describing it, it sounded like I had this very like twisted past, but like that's not what I mean. But
I saw you go down that road, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna let her go. It's okay.
She's going. She can either save herself or not. But yeah, it's nice now to kind of be able to pick and choose things, or at least have a better idea, and then just do it and F everybody else, and know that everyone's opinions don't matter. And also, what's a really great thing that I kind of recently discovered that kind of goes along with no one cares about what you're doing? Also, nobody knows what they're doing.
Oh my God, no one. No, ever.
No one does. And I feel like I would always put so much faith, and I think it's like a general blanket statement for anybody listening, is like, I wish that younger me knew to like ask more questions, or to be a little more inquisitive about things, and like just to kind of handle things a little bit differently, because I always put so much faith that everybody that I was working with, whether it was a producer or an agent or somebody over, that I always figured that they were like the golden ticket to my future. Right. That they knew what was right and what was wrong, and it's like realizing that nobody really knows what they're doing. No. And also like asking I had my Reiki session, and she was like, you have to start asking. You have to start asking for help, and just like asking questions, and being more like
upfront about what you want. And
yes,
it has changed my life since then. I ask a million questions. Someone even said, they're like, you ask a lot of questions. I was like, well, I got to know what's up.
This is what my Reiki lady said to do. Everyone get in line. I have more questions.
How'd you do that? How'd you stream that? Where'd you get that? You know, how do you like that? And some people will tell you, and most of the time they will. Maybe a few people will keep their secrets hidden, but that's what the internet's there for.
Exactly.
But ask questions. Be a little bold about it.
Totally. And like I was sat down with a friend of mine the other week talking about like work stuff and whatever, and he's like you need to be more direct about what it is that you want and let people know, because he's like otherwise you're leaving it into other people's hands and they're going to steer, like kind of offer you things that maybe you don't want to do, and it's a waste of everybody's time. But if you can kind of be a little more direct, and that's when like this is the thing that you and I had talked about before about like being too Canadian or like being too polite about things or like whatever, and instead of just being like more direct and like, I don't want to say like I'm not like a go-getter, but just that like things would come up and I'm like, okay, great, like just trusting people that they know what they're doing. But nobody knows what they're doing because everybody's stupid.
Oh yeah. And also I will say this, you have to ask, like you said, you have to tell people what you want and what you want to do. And you can't assume that anyone will figure it out. The same goes for relationships, you know, and like you're like, oh, I'm mad at Brendan, but he should know why. It's like, no, he shouldn't.
Just tell him, totally.
Just tell him why he's a piece of shit. And then we can all kind of just agree that he is. And then we can all just move on.
There's been so many times that when John and I get in an argument, and like, it obviously, you know, we've been together for a while now, but there's times like when we first started dating that he just wouldn't even know that I was mad. He wouldn't even get it. I'm like, I'm clearly sending you the body language that I'm mad.
Yeah.
But he was so oblivious to things. And now like he obviously is like more in tune to that now, where he's like, is everything okay?
Right.
But yeah, just sort it out.
Oh,
Talk about it. Get it out there. Air it out.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, it's blunt and whatever. And also, I will say that I started being way more blunt about like things I want to do and don't want to do. And that goes with like parties and stuff. Like I will just be like, I'm not going to go to that. And then it's just that I don't have to pretend to bail later.
Yes.
Or I just will say, no, I'm not going to that. I'm not doing that. And it's been great.
Lying like that is stressful too. And to being like, yeah, sure, I'll see you in a little bit. And you're like, okay, how do I time this out properly so it doesn't seem like I've been planning this the whole time? Like, it's a slippery slope. It's nice to just go, nope, not going to be there. Bye.
Yeah, bye. And people, guess what? Get over it because they don't care.
Has anyone given you like a weird response to things like that?
No.
Great.
No. They haven't. And you know why? Because we all think we're the life of the party, even though I really am. But
seriously, I'm great.
Yeah, the day goes on. I mean, like, again, these aren't like huge things. It's not like 2 days before a wedding. I'm like, listen, I'm just not going.
I actually did almost do that once. It was not received
Renee.
well. But I didn't mean to. Here's the thing. I was stuck in Toronto, and there was really bad storms, and I had to get somewhere in Ohio. And the storms were so bad. All the flights were being canceled. I was stuck at the airport for hours, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to make it. And I was flying in the day of, and I was going to miss the wedding anyways. I was just going for like the after party thing, reception. And oh my God, my hair.
We should mention that Renee's in full 80s glow realness right now.
Yeah, I have to wash my hair after this. I can't even save it.
I don't even know where your real hair is. Like, I don't even know what's going on.
I don't either. It all hurts really badly.
You should put yourself on tape like this for glow for next season. I'm really
upset that, I mean, I know we're both upset that we're not on Glow.
Oh my God, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
It was such a great show. You know, I feel like after... and I don't know why I keep comparing these two, but like I was so excited to see Girl Boss, and it just shit the bed so hard that to have a show that really just had its life together was awesome.
Oh yeah, and I watched
thought that the way they did Glow was so great.
Oh yeah, it was so good, and I watched the doc about Glow, like
the
2
Netflix
days ago,
one, right?
Yeah, but I watched the documentary about the women that inspired the show. And let me tell you, it was incredible. The real women, like hearing about the real women, they weren't even fighting on like a real wrestling ring. Like it was just like wood, and like it was not a proper ring. So they're all messed up.
So crazy.
Yes.
I thought one of my favorite things from Glow when I watched it was like there's that scene between Mark Maron and Brie. I keep wanting to call her Brie Larson. What is her name?
Allison Brie.
Allison Brie. When he takes her to go get her abortion, I think that scene is so fantastic.
It's so good. It's so good.
I don't know if anyone listening. I'm sure a lot of people that are listening have watched Glow, but he just like he takes her and he's like being kind of lighthearted about it, but also like being sensitive and. Oh, it's so good. I really loved that show. It made me very happy.
It's just like a show that's not defined by any men. Even though it was in an industry that was like, you know, they're like within the constructs of it. But I also want to just marry Mark Maron. It's a real problem.
Why do you have very weird, you have Mark Maron and you had somebody else that was really weird.
Jake Tapper from CNN.
No. Oh, that one is very weird.
I'm into it. I can't shake it.
I think it was another comedian.
Oh.
Or some like sick, twisted person.
My God. Larry David?
You have a crush on Larry David?
You wouldn't want to make out with Larry David?
No.
Oh, that's because you know what you're thinking of is David Spade.
Oh, I am thinking of David Spade. Who the hell thinks of like, man, if I just had my one shot with David Spade?
No, I don't think that. What I'm saying is I am a strong enough woman to tell you that I bet he could romance me. And that's all I'm saying. My greatest weakness as a person is that I probably would be romanced by him. It's like when Tina Fey says, like, don't sleep with John Mayer. I'm like, of course not. Now, if I'm in Montana and I'm wearing a poncho and he goes, do you want to hear this new jam? Am I probably going to sleep with John Mayer? Yes, I am, probably.
That's just, listen, everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. And John Mayer has a strength for dropping panties. He's good at it. He's also a great guitar player, but he makes very weird faces, which I also assume are the same as his sex faces.
Those are for sure his sex faces, and also his music currently, not great.
I haven't heard any of it in a long time, actually.
Oh, have a listen and get back to me.
Have you listened? Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm done with that, but what were you going to say?
No, what is it different from his other stuff?
It's lame. It's just, I mean, I think it was all lame, but I liked his first couple of albums, and I went to his concerts a bunch, and he's much better live than
he's very good live.
But these current songs are really just not great. They're not fun.
I listened to Gavin Rossdale.
Oh,
he released this. Oh man, it was so bad. I can't even really remember like how the song went, but it was like a cheesy like love ballad. It was like. It was almost like a Bryan Adams kind of love ballad that like can't be nostalgically cool. Like he was like really doing it, and like you can tell he's just trying to like keep up with like he's like, damn it, Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton, you guys are still together. You're on The Voice US, I'm on The Voice UK. That I don't know who's watching it. It just seemed really really bad.
Jeez, I am not. Good. No, first of all, Gavin Rossdale can just eat a bunch of fucking moldy bread. I'm really swearing on this one today.
I didn't know where you were going. I'm like, what's he gonna eat? What's he gonna eat? What's it gonna be? Moldy bread's good. Moldy bread's gross.
I was trying to go like PG with it, but then I just said the F word anyways. So then I went with moldy bread. But I think I wanted to say dicks. But I don't like Gavin Rossdale at all. And also, what's funny is Brendan and I got in this chat after this Dre doc because 9 Inch Nails was on there. Okay. And I said to Brendan, I was like, I was so scared of like screamy music in my teens. I was like terrified of Marilyn Manson, which now I can sort of appreciate. But back then I was so scared. 9 Inch Nails is just a lot of screaming. And I was like,
Trent Reznor's a very intimidating man. I think
he's the head of like Apple Music right now.
I know. He's a badass. You know, he did all the score for like the girl with the dragon tattoo and stuff. Like he did all the score for that. He's
crazy.
Awesome. Trent Reznor's a bad MF.
But isn't that crazy that you're the lead of 9 Inch Nails and that's just still not enough? Now you have to head the Apple Music empire and score movies.
I guess I'll just take that. But you know what? I feel like that's actually cool because he's still in that world, but then like kind of got to like change paths a little bit where he's not still just trying to like keep up. Yeah. He can kind of oversee other stuff and like insert his opinions and like his tastes on stuff, which is awesome. But what were you saying before? What other band were you talking about before 9 Inch Nails?
I was talking about I can't remember.
You had something that I was gonna tag onto it, but now I can't remember what it was.
Maybe
have you listened?
What?
Have you listened to the new Jay-Z album?
No, I haven't. Is it good?
I think it's all right. I mean, I think like, so I listened to it and I tweeted about this the other day where I was like, I landed in Dallas and I was sitting next to this woman that was honestly probably like 90 years old. And like, even when I got on the plane, she was already sitting down the aisle seat, like with her seatbelt on. I was like, oh, can I just squeeze in there? I'm sitting beside you. She's like, okay. And she didn't know how to get her seatbelt off. And it was the sweetest thing I've ever seen. So I like helped her undo it. And then we landed, which is like kind of an intimate thing to help someone get their seatbelt off.
Yeah.
But then we landed and we were stuck on the tarmac for a second. She was like trying to check something on her phone. And I guess she opened the Apple app and like sampled a song, and it was from the Jay-Z album, and it was blaring on the plane, and she was like, oh my God, like I could see her like trying to like shut it off and didn't know what to do. So I was like, do you want me to help you shut that off? And she was like, oh my God, please. She like barely spoke English. It was the sweetest thing. But so anyways, I had listened to the album like 2 days before that. So like last week, by the time this airs, last week I listened to it. And it's good, but I didn't know that he was like trying to go for like, it was all about like, you know, being a black man and living in the world that we're living in today. So it has more of like that stuff and like a little more like a political kind of side to it. And then of course the stuff with Beyonce about him not always being faithful to her.
Oh, right. He cheated on her.
It's all right.
I mean, yeah, so it's his response to Lemonade?
It's not really. There's one song, so that was kind of like the deal. But there's like one song where it's not even like a response. He just kind of like addresses it. Like he like he like uses the line from like Becky with the good hair and like something about Lemonade. So it's good, but there's only like a couple like songs that I think I'm like, oh, okay, those are like some good jams. But like that's obviously, this is just my opinion, but yeah, it's all right. I think after like the Kendrick Lamar album being so good and the Drake album being so good, that like to have it come out is just kind of like, yeah, I mean, it's Jay-Z and he's great and he has so many hit songs. It's like, yeah, I mean, this album's cool, but it's different for him. I don't know. It's all right.
Yeah, that's like when Kanye started, or when Kanye tried to sing, and we were like, no, you're not a singer, pal.
You're not. You can't do it.
You can't do it, buddy.
Do not wear that hat.
Yeah, can you
not
stop?
For you.
Yeah.
I also have been obsessed. Have you listened to SZA at all?
No, who is that?
Okay, so she's this girl that I cannot stop listening to.
Who is she?
She's this 26-year-old chick. She got an album called Control. But her name's like SZA, like RZA and Jizza. But she, her album's so good. It has like a very like 90s, 2000s kind of like R&B hip hopness to it. It is, I just can't stop listening to it. I'm obsessed with her.
Really?
It's all I listen to. Yeah, man. You should listen to it. There's a song called Drew Barrymore that is my favorite song on there. And actually, Drew Barrymore is in the music video and makes a quick little appearance. Yeah, you'll like it.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of Drew Barrymore, so I'm in.
So when I did...
What?
Go ahead. I was going to say, when I saw, like, so I did not know who she was, and her album came out a couple weeks ago, and it was, like, all over my feed from, like, Instagram and Twitter, people being like, oh, she's so great, da-da-da, and I didn't really know what it was, so I downloaded it, or I got it off Spotify, and I saw the song Drew Barrymore, so obviously I clicked on that one. I was like, okay, this seems like it's in my wheelhouse, and that was, like, the first song I listened to of hers, but the whole album's really great. The whole damn thing. Yeah, it's really great.
Okay, well then now that's great, because I was like, I need to know more about music and I don't know anything. So that'll be good. I mean, I got into an argument with someone about the benefits of Carly Rae Jepsen. So maybe this is like...
What were some of the benefits of Carly Rae Jepsen?
Oh, I don't know. If you don't like 80s music, do you?
Not really, despite my current wardrobe, no.
I know.
I'm not a huge 80s person.
Yeah, Carly Rae Jepsen's album is like so awesome if you like kind of like 80s vibes. It's like really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it just come out?
No, it came out a while ago, and I remember like a friend of mine at Comedy Bar in Toronto was like wearing a Carly Rae Jepsen hat, and I was like, a little ironic, you know, like we're really going there, huh? And he's like, no. He's like, I went to her concert. She's amazing. And I was like, really? And he's like, go home, listen to the album, like you will be a believer of it. And I listened to it and I was like, he's so right. She's the best. I'm like, that album is so sick. And she just did a show being backed by the Toronto Symphony. And I was like, that would have been amazing.
No way. Whoa, that's badass.
Yeah. But she's got like an 80s pop star from the mall kind of vibe. And I'm into it. I'm into it.
She used to come hang out at the bar that I worked at in Toronto sometimes. Like when she was first getting started. Yeah. And she used to date this guy in a band that I knew for a little while. That's like a weird random story. I honestly don't really remember the guy's name, so this was a pointless story to tell. It was just making me seem closer to Carly Rae Jepsen.
What I love about Carly Rae Jepsen is she looks 23.
Anyway, it's not a big deal.
Oh yeah,
she what?
No, what I love about Carly Rae Jepsen is she looks like she's 23, but she's in her 30s, and I love that.
She looks so young. It's nuts.
Yeah.
What about Alessia Cara? Do you like her?
Okay, at first I did, but then I really they played that one song here like so much, and I was like, listen, if you don't want to be at this party, just go. Leave. Why are you thinking about it? Great. Everyone's drinking.
Just tell your friends you don't want to be at the party and avoid the lie. That's how we live life now.
Just go. Leave the party. Don't sit there and count how many drinks everyone's having and the fact that they're smoking a little bit of weed. Get the hell out of here. Like, you want to go, the whole song is about like, hey guys, I want to go sit with my friends and listen to the music we listen to. It's like, no, there's the door. Go. Go sit in your car and pretend you're better than everyone else at the party and listen to your whatever, your jock jams or whatever you want to listen to.
Pump the jam, you'll pump it up.
It's like, she's too goddamn much. I can't. Some of the lyrics these days are driving me bananas. And I know I sound like an old lady, but it's like, let's get with it, you guys.
I just love that perspective because, like, I really do like that song.
Me too.
And I like the beat.
Me too.
Just leave. Leave the party.
Just go. Because what bothers me is I think she wrote it. So she obviously went to a party where everyone, 99% of the people in the room were having a great time. Except for her.
She's wearing her beanie down low, waiting by the TV or whatever the shit the line is.
Whatever that was. So then she walks home. I think she's from Brampton. No judgment there, but she probably just walked down the street to her house. She goes into the basement, tells her parents to leave her alone, and she writes this song about this great party that she's above. I can't.
I hope that she stopped and at least got pizza with that creamy garlic dipping sauce. Because that's how I wrap up any bad night I'm having when I'm in Toronto.
Me too. Good or bad. It's ended in that garlic dip, I'll tell you that. But
I wake up in the morning with a mouth full of regret.
Oh, dude.
Just some garlic dipping sauce in all of your mouth pores.
I used to sometimes save it like a dip, crack it in the morning with new pizza. Listen, I got no shame in my game.
Because here's the thing. Actually, you know what? John had a really good idea. He goes, you know what we should do one night when we're like hanging out and like partying or whatever? He's like, we should order a pizza and not eat it and then just eat it in the morning once it's all cold. I'm like, I don't hate that idea.
It's not the worst idea. I just wouldn't have the, what do you call it? The, wherewithal, or I can't think of the word, but I would eat the pizza. Essentially what I'm saying is I couldn't wait.
Oh, you wouldn't have the restraint to not eat the pizza.
No one's coming in with
eating things in John. He just texted me. It just came through. Yeah. Effing dog got an x-ray because he pooped a sock. What? No. Oh my God.
Your dog pooped a full sock?
I wonder if there was like shit inside the sock as it came out.
Okay, first of all, there was probably shit on top of the sock, in the sock. So like it was a clean sock, and then John was like, oh my God, it's filled with shit.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine his horror of like seeing the dog like struggling with a poop and then like a sock comes out.
Oh my God. Regular girl hot tip, you guys.
Obviously R.I.P. that sock.
Yeah, obviously R.I.P. that sock.
Oh my God.
Dogs are so stupid. I bet you. First of all, Blue probably has a million rawhides, tons of treats, and he's like, yo, give me that sock over there.
It was probably one of my like Pilates like rubber toed socks too.
Oh my God,
that would really had some friction on the way out.
Oh, that's gonna be a tough shit.
Oh my God. That's
so gross.
Horrible. Wow.
Hey, regular girl hot tip. If you're thinking about getting a dog, at one point you are going to have to pull a shitty sock out of its butt.
I've actually never had a dog like eat something weird like that. Like I've heard stories of like, oh, my dog ate a golf ball, or my dog ate like my cell phone or whatever. Like, have you ever had that before?
No, I mean, yeah, our dogs like... Vic loves wood. Like he'll like destroy. Like he destroyed like a wooden coaster we had. Like, but it was just all over the place. But no, nothing weird.
Gosh.
Although we've had to pull grass out of his butt. That's disgusting.
Oh, isn't that gross? And they look like they're so uncomfortable with it. As soon as you like touch it, they're like, whoop.
you're like, ew, there's bad. Too much happening.
Yeah, I'm not happy about this either, man.
No, you're going to have to give me an update on Blue, though. That's crazy.
Yeah, I will. This is breaking news. Regular girls breaking news. Blue just shit a sock. Ding, ding, ding.
I just love thinking about the lunatic fringe pulling a shitty sock out of a dog's butt. And you heard it here first.
He's just like, I can just imagine. It probably took him like 30 minutes to figure out what it was or what
Blue.
Happened.
Hey,
he's probably
Blue,
like,
what's going on?
Oh.
Or him like pulling it like out of Blue's ass and some kid being like, hey man, are you Dean Ambrose? Hey, you holding the shitty sock?
Oh my god, that's spectacular. I'll have a follow-up on this. I'll tweet about it, let everybody know that Blue's okay. There'll be some kind of an update. Yeah, it's not. I mean, I'm sure he's fine. Dogs do weird things, so hopefully there's nothing. Hopefully it wasn't a pair of socks. Hopefully it was one sock.
Plus he's like a bulldog, and like they could eat a full garbage can and they would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're pretty resilient aside from all of their medical ailments.
Oh, yes.
Usually pretty good.
I will say that. I will say this. Vic loves eating Kleenex. Like, he's such a weirdo. Yeah, he eats Kleenex like crazy. He'll go into the garbage and just pull out Kleenex.
It's like my strange addiction.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. And he has, like, shit a full Kleenex. Like, just dry, like... I was like, there's no poo on this. This is just kind of like...
That's like the reverse way of wiping your ass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was just like, good to do. Like, carried on.
Next time I'm going to do it with a wet nap.
Remember that commercial with that girl who would, like, walk around and be like, how clean's your bum? And you're like, get out of here, you weirdo.
But then they started doing it with the bears for Charmin, as if that was like gonna like lessen the blow of wondering how clean your butt is from the toilet paper.
I was such an idiot with those commercials. I didn't realize the Kleenex like residue on the bear's ass was poo residue. I didn't realize.
Because when you draw it in a cartoon, it's obviously like a little less invasive or whatever, but like that's what they're telling you is that there's poop left over. What is a word for leftover poop? There's like a weird term for it, like something knots.
Guys, this podcast started inspirational, and now we're talking about residue on a bear's ass, and I can't think. It's not like forget-me-nots. It's like, you know, it's like you like can call like a taint has like its own word of like taint your balls and it taint your ass. Oh, I thought that was nacho.
Yeah, it can be nacho too. Like there's many a term. There's many.
Oh my god, we're never taking an IQ test here.
But I feel like there's another word. No, listen, we had 1 week where we were standing tall and shining bright.
I can't remember what I was doing then, but I would like to go back to that quite fondly.
Take me back.
Please take me back. I think I was intermittent fasting and it was working, but then I gave up.
I don't know about that. I can't play that game. I went and ate... I had Mexican food at 11:30 last night.
First of all, I wanted to ask you about that, and then I forgot because I saw your Instagram story, and I was like, look at Renee living her best life. Yeah. That was a gallon of margarita. Did you drink that whole thing?
Oh, God, no. I actually switched drinks with a friend after I had like a little bit of it, and it actually tasted like pickle brine. It was pretty gross because I got like a jalapeno margarita, but when I went to order it, they're like, "Oh, do you want like the whatever ounce difference?" And like, what am I, a doctor? I don't know actually how big that is. It sounded like a small or a large, so I ordered the large, and it came in like a fishbowl from like that scene in Wayne's World when they have like the huge blue curacao drink.
I love that.
It was so big. So yeah, I drank a little bit of it, and then I got the regular person-sized drink. So I live to tell the tale. If I drank the whole thing, I would have died.
Oh my god. First of all, why does that always happen in the States here when you order a large anything? It's like a gallon of something.
America.
America
wants you to stay hydrated.
I mean, I guess, but I get so embarrassed when it comes to the table. It's like, again, I'm thinking the whole restaurant.
It is embarrassing. It's like, I don't want a drink that I need two hands for. I don't want to I don't want to double hand this drink.
I swear to God,
I say double fist, but that's a different thing.
We're really going there today. I'm loving it. I remember like Brendan and I got beers like one day, and we were like trying to figure out what was going on, like just life, whatever. And I'm sitting there talking to him, having to like use two hands to like sip a full beer. And I was like, we can't talk serious life stuff right now. Forget it.
You can't live like that.
No way. Not happening.
I went to there's a place in Toronto that has beers like that called Goo. Did you ever go to Goo in Toronto?
I have gone to Goo. Brendan and I went. We messed up. We didn't order right there.
Oh, you didn't?
We went with like a party of 15. I think you have to go with 2.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, you don't need more than one person. You can't hear anything. It's too loud.
It was
too loud. The beers are
horrible.
too big.
Yeah, it's true. The beers are huge.
Yeah, it's a real situation.
When I was in New York,
beers.
But when I was in New York with you, remember we went to that barbecue place and we got those, what do you call it when you get the margarita with the Corona in it?
The Bulldog. Yes. Bulldog. Oh my God. Remember that place? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yes.
I remember
the Bulldog.
that.
They had those at the Mexican place I was at last night. And I actually thought about getting, I don't think I've had one of those since we had those. And that was a long time ago.
I mean, you shouldn't.
Not
I mean,
that
I don't
it's a
think
regular drink to order.
No, not that it's something we should all be running towards. It's throwing a
Can you imagine every time you like went out to dinner, you're like, I'll have the Bulldog. Thank you.
Oh my God. Too much.
No, I'd be more concerned about the even more roundness to my face. I don't need that.
Don't even talk to me about roundness. Are you seeing this right? My face is a full circle.
No, you look great. You got a nice red lip on in the afternoon,
Hello.
and I really effing love it.
Well, I'm doing a crystal update on my video. Crystal update on my video. I'm doing a video about my crystals. Yeah.
What is your update? Can you give us a little?
Of course, I'll tell
peek?
everyone the update. Well, so my penis quartz. Have you seen my penis quartz? It looks like a full penis. I don't know if you can see this.
Look at that! Oh my God, it does. It's got little tiny crystal balls.
Yeah, that's why I bought it. I just thought I need that. So what is it? I was going to say that the citrine that I bought is working out. And it broke off for Brendan, and he put it in his pocket, and he's been getting such good luck with things.
Good.
Yeah, and so I suggest if you have like a little tiny citrine, carry it with you.
Okay.
It's like abundance. Like it's things will come to you, opportunities will come to you.
Great.
Yeah, and it's sort of just like happening where it's like I've been carrying the citrine, and then it's like getting little gig by little gig, and like little things are happening. So yeah, professionally it's all coming together, I think.
That's great. That's really nice news. Isn't that great?
It's lovely news. And then I got to do something about it. I think my crystals are just too big. That's the problem. And I have this huge black one. Look how big this is. I'm showing her.
It is really big. So like, is the idea when you get crystals, because you can have crystals that like obviously just stay in your house, and like I got like the rose quartz.
Yes.
That that just kind of makes your house feel nice and brings the love and the good positive energy. But when you have like the certain, are you supposed to have smaller ones that you just carry with you? That seems like a lot to keep in your pockets and shit.
I know. Well, Sarah just gets little tiny ones. She carries some in her bra.
What?
Yeah, she carries some in her bra, like little tiny ones. So just like put it in there. That's not available for me as my boobs are filling up my bra. But
yes, of course.
Brent, I have a citrine like in my wallet, which I carry around. It's just like so tiny. But yeah, you can throw them in your pocket and in your purse. Yeah. And whenever you pull them out,
I might have to like go in my purse or something. Like I don't know if I'd be able to keep it on my person all the time.
No, throw it in your purse. And whenever you pull it out, she says that's like a good time to like focus in on, or that's the thing the universe is like wanting you to focus on right now.
I like that.
Oh, I'm into it.
Anytime I reach into my purse these days, I have a wooden Bill Murray pin. Maybe that's supposed to bring me some kind of good Bill Murray-esque luck.
That's great luck. Also, have you ever tried putting something out in the universe where you're like, if I'm supposed to do this, show me this?
Yes.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
You know what I do that? Yeah, this is really embarrassing, but it's the only thing that I can immediately relate that to is anytime I'm on a long car drive, I'm like, if I see a Dairy Queen, I'm going to get a mini Blizzard. And then I never see one.
Yeah, damn. I freaking love Dairy Queen, you guys. It's a real problem. Too. Regular girl hot tip. I'm going in
so much.
If I see a Dairy Queen, I go in. There's no way I'm not going in. No way.
I love them. And I feel like I always see them, but not in the time that I'm like, okay, you know what? I think I can handle it. If I have like a little mini Blizzard, I can live with the repercussions of that. But anytime I want to have it, it never shows up.
Damn, that sucks.
Yes. But it's probably for the best. I feel like the universe has made it that way.
I guess so. Oh, I had to ask before you left. So you were, Kate, when was it? SmackDown what's the day today? What were you doing for the pay-per-view? What were you wearing on your lip? Was that a red lip?
Yeah, it was like an orange red lip.
Yeah, what was that? I want that.
I think it was like a mixture, but so it was one that the makeup girls at WWE made for me, but I have one like that in real life. There's a MAC called Lady Danger that is that color.
That's what it is. I freaking knew it was Lady Danger. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. It looks, I don't know if it would work for me, but
no, I think it would.
Really want it. Yeah, I really
It's a nice like It's like a nice little like departure from like a true red, especially like depending on like what you're doing, or if you don't want to have like as much full impact as like a real red lip. It's a nice little switch up. I love it. I always carry like one of the lip pencils in my purse just in case.
Oh, that's so smart. Yeah, because I'm wearing Ruby Woo right now, and it's a little dry.
It's great.
That's my problem.
Is.
They get dry.
Ruby Woo's, why? I feel like Ruby Woo is drier than all of the other mattes.
It's so dry right now. Yes, I'm dying right now. It's all over my cup. It gets all chunky. I don't know. And I love a red lip. I'll wear a red lip throughout the year, as you know. I wear it constantly.
No, I love it too. It's
but
great.
it's a real goddamn problem. It's a whole day investment, and it's
just so much work.
I know.
There was a certain point when I started thinking about that. I'm like, maybe I'll just be a person that just always wears a red lip, and just like basically what you do. It's like minimal makeup and the red lip, because it's such a great classic look. But like, what do I have to carry like a straw with me all the time? Like, hell yeah. How do I eat? It's gonna get everywhere.
Well, that's when I'll do a wipe. I'll wipe it off, eat my lunch or whatever I'm eating, and then just reapply and carry on with my day. It actually stops me from snacking.
That's actually very smart.
Because then you're like, I don't really need it.
You know what else I've heard stops you from snacking is brushing your teeth more often throughout the day. It's supposed to make you not snack.
Do you know who I heard that from? Matthew McConaughey. You didn't tell me personally, but I heard it on the TV.
Could you imagine you're in LA and you just pass Matthew McConaughey? Hey, you brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Baby girl, you ain't going to have to eat no snacks in between the day, all right?
Honestly,
you be good now.
I've started brushing my teeth like throughout the day with my Tom's Weirdo Hippie toothpaste, and it's working out. But it's also, great. I want to tell you this, and I need you to at least go Google these images because you will relate. Okay. So I saw Spider-Man. Okay. Humble brag, not a big deal. Anyways, I was jamming my face with popcorn, and Marissa Tomei comes on because she is playing the Aunt May.
Aunt May, yeah.
Aunt May. Let me tell you, Marissa Tomei in that movie, I'm back on the health kick. I'm working out because I'm like, she has the ideal body that I want for my whole life. She's wearing high-waisted Levi's, not stretch, full high-waisted Levi's, like thin tanks that are like adorable. These gold-rimmed glasses that they were trying to make her look old with for sure, but she looked like such a smoke show. Long hair. I was like, this is my jam.
I'm Googling it right this second because
she looked.
How is she Aunt May in this? Because she's
exactly.
She's
it's
so
impossible.
Young.
I know, and she's super cool in the movie. She's super awesome. I love Marissa Tomei. I'm so glad I remembered to bring that up.
Good.
She's wearing,
I see a picture. I don't know if she was shooting in this or if she's just like on set, but she has on like it's kind of like a denim jumpsuit.
Oh yeah,
is that in the show or movie?
I'm gonna look up photos too. I'm telling you guys, listening here, Marissa Tomei. This is like when I talked about my summer about getting shredded. I'm pushing it.
That's the look.
By the fall, it'll be me as Marissa Tomei. That's my goal.
Listen, anyone that saw Marissa Tomei in The Wrestler knows exactly what she's working with, and she looks like $1 million.
And why, can I ask this, why does Marissa Tomei always play the woman who doesn't get the guy? Because let me tell you, she should get the guy because she's a goddamn goddess.
Every time she get the guy in My Cousin Vinny? I can't remember how that ends.
I can't remember either, but like, guys, a high-waisted pant, like, there's a girl I know in LA, and we're shooting this like all-female like short film. It's so funny. She reminds me of Marissa Tomei and dresses like Marissa Tomei, like 80s vibe.
Good for her.
Oh my god, she's stunning. Obsessed.
Have you ever seen the movie Cyrus?
Oh, that's with George Clooney, right?
No, this is John C. Reilly, and it's John
when she gets with him, right?
Yeah. And what's his name? Jonah Hill as her son. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen it, it's very, very good.
Okay, I have to watch. Oh,
yeah,
yes,
you'll really like it.
Oh,
it came out like a couple years ago, but it is a great movie. Where like, I like movies that are like that, where it's like it's a comedy, but it's not like slapstick comedy. It's like Jonah Hill has such great subtleties in it with John C. Reilly. It's very funny.
And let me tell you, he just got super shredded. Jonah Hill is like super thin now.
I'm sorry to say, but I'm just not into it. I know it's great for health and stuff, but it freaks me out.
Oh, me too. And also he yo-yos so much. Okay.
He does.
Here's one of the outfits. You'll barely be able to see it because it's very dimly lit. She's wearing a high-waisted, non-stretch Levi with, if you can believe it, stripes, which I love, turtleneck, which I love, and like billowy shoulder pads. I can't even deal with that. Like, look at
my gosh, look at that. Look at those shoulder pads.
I can't. I'm dead.
Good for her. I'm wearing non-stretch Levi's right now, and
are they uncomfortable?
Oh yeah, Yeah, she looks great. You could do that. That could be you.
Hell yeah, it could be.
You're damn right.
I'm not even like, no longer am I putting bikini photos on the vision board. It's friggin' Marissa Tomei from Spider-Man. Brendan was like, that movie's so good. And I was like, I know. I mean, Marissa Tomei, the wardrobe stylist, who was that?
How was Michael Keaton in it?
Divine.
I love him so much.
Me too.
What a good response that was. Divine.
He is divine. And there's a scene in it that I'm not spoiling anything, but you're like, the acting was incredible. And the guy who plays Spider-Man is like really suave, even though he's
Have you ever
young.
seen him dance?
Is he a good dancer?
He's a fantastic dancer. Look up, what's his name?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
I can't remember his name, but look up his lip sync battle. He does it with, oh my God, I'm so stupid right now. What's the girl's name in it? The really beautiful black girl. What's her name?
From what? Zendaya?
Yes.
I hated her in the movie.
Oh, really? I love her so much. I think she's
really?
I just think she's incredibly beautiful.
Oh, she is. She's stunning. But like
stunning.
In this movie, she's like, I'm a nerd, and I'm not wearing makeup because I'm a nerd. You know, like when people do that, and you're like, I'm over this. She was like too cool for school in it. She's young though.
I think she's like super cool, anyways. Like I think she has that like kind of like cool attitude to her. But anyways, those two did lip sync battle, and it was he does Rihanna's Umbrella.
No way.
Hold on to your tits because they're about to be knocked clean off.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's very good.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I will see that.
Definitely.
Okay, guys, Renee is playing with this ridiculous. That's not all your hair.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
it's not because I have a bunch of fake hair, but this is the normal fake hair I have in my hair.
How long did that take you to get done?
Surprisingly not that long. There's a lot of hairspray in here.
I know you think I'm joking, but you need to like go on tape or just at least take like an iPhone 7 portrait snap of you, and then you need to send it to anyone who's associated with Glow. I'm not even joking with you.
I'm going to just spam them all with it and be like, listen, I'm here. I'm ready to party. I'm telling you, I am good for the job. I'm not even joking though. If I was there, I'd be like, does anyone have an iPhone 7? Have you seen this new feature? It looks like you can do full headshots. My friends have done it. With the portrait app?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Full headshots.
I got an iPhone 7 when John and I went to Zion. Like, I upgraded my phone so I could take beautiful pictures out there, even though I just went and bought that Sony 5100. So now I have two great cameras. But yeah, I'm going to go, as soon as we're done this, I'm going to go to Still Photo and go do a little mini photo shoot in this outfit.
Hell yeah, you do. And then you send it to Glow, and then you make that happen. And then I'll just sit here and just like stare at Marissa Tomei, imagining what could have been.
We'll do the podcast from my trailer.
Oh my God. I would be so like, Renee, I can't come. I can't be around. I would just be such a jealous Jenny.
We're done.
I feel like we did a good, like, we set out to do a rambly PCast, and I think we succeeded.
I think so too. Yeah, I think we did a great job, especially considering that I'm in a building that sometimes the Wi-Fi can be shoddy in, and we made it through the whole show. So I feel like high five for that.
I'm glad that we're back. It felt strange that we hadn't really done a proper one. So now we're back on the sketch.
Yeah. I was feeling a little weird about it. We need to get back into the rhythm and the mojo, but we did it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Feel the rhythm in the night.
And thanks for being patient, guys. I know some people were not feeling it, but that's just life.
It's life. Listen, it's July 4th. We as Canadians have been learned and taught that nobody does anything that week. So we also didn't do anything that week.
And if you don't want to believe us, you can be like Alicia Cara and you get the hell out of here. Just leave the goddamn party already. Now when you hear that song,
get out of here.
Now when you hear that song, you're going to think about, I just want you to listen to the song after we're done recording and just be like, yeah, it is kind of annoying. She just wants to bogart everyone's good time.
She is a downer in it, and that perspective of it makes me laugh very hard.
All right, guys. Well, I mean, I guess you're in a locker room with real people, so we necessarily don't have to do a ghost. But can
I do what if I did like a secret ghost?
Yeah, let's do a secret ghost.
We'll see if it seems weird or not.
Okay.
I like that you shut it down before anybody else could. You're like, okay, that's enough. No more of that.
First of all, I'm laughing because they for sure heard you do that.
There's no way for me to do it without anybody hearing me.
Oh, I love it. Well, guys, no one be a perv, be cool, and listen to that Alicia Cara song and tell me if I'm wrong. And obviously, good vibes to Blue there. Obviously,
Yes.
RIP his butthole. It's so sad.
I have to go check this all out. I got some phone
please.
calls to make and x-rays to be had.
Oh my God, please follow up with me. I need to know.
I will. I definitely will.
And post that 80s photo because, guys, you're giving me like maybe Marissa Tomei 80s, my cousin Vinny vibes too.
All I'm saying is there's a lot happening here. I'm wearing a crop top and Levi 501 jeans that have also a stretch to them.
Send me that
hurts.
photo ASAP. I'll put it on my vision board while I'm doing my HIIT workouts I found on YouTube.
Oh God! All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.